guys, welcome to this week's reading vlog. It is Tuesday afternoon, it's about 4:30. Let's talk about this week. This week is going to be all over the place as far as life in general. I am working every day. My weeks end on Saturday, so they turn over on Sundays. So I worked Sunday, I worked yesterday, I worked today, even though today was supposed to be my day off, I ended up taking a shift. Then I work tomorrow, yada yada yada, up to Saturday. So that's going to keep me busy. As far as reading, with my busy schedule, I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done. I would ultimately like to get to the halfway mark in A Fire of Storms. I'm on page 170 right now, so I have about 150 pages until the halfway mark. So hopefully I can hit that today. And if I can finish that, or at least get to the halfway mark, I also need to finish up the Assassin's Blade, the Throne of Glass novellas, because the live show is next weekend for the Throne of Glass read-along. All the details are down below for you guys. That is happening. I am participating in the live show. We're just figuring out the details right now, but that is seeming to be the case. So that is happening. If I can finish both of those books, that'd be great. I have, a very, very large expanse of TBR to pick from. Like, if you guys could see the pile of books that don't even fit on my bookshelves, they're on top of my bed right now, you'd think to yourself, Jackie, you have a problem. Like, I know I have a problem because I really have a problem. I'm also figuring out if I want to do any readathons next month, which I'm already planning on doing at least one, and that's the Emoji-a-thon that was just announced yesterday. So I will be doing that, but that's more to come in my June TBR. But with that said, I have a package to unbox for you guys. Look at this, I didn't have my address on it. So this is from Amazon. I did buy it myself, and this actually came from a recommendation from my friend Jen over at Jen Talks Audiobooks. I'll go ahead and link her down below for you guys. If you are looking for some good audiobook recommendations, check her channel out. She's great. So she is a host for the Chick Lit-a-thon, which is a month-long readathon about reading chick lit books. Now, you guys know I don't like chick lit. I don't like the contemporary genre in general, but this one she had on her TBR is actually a thriller. So it's not a chick lit books, but she said it would be right up my alley. This is called Blood Orange. It's by Harriet Tice. I really love this cover. I know nothing about this book other than that it has a really nice cover, and I really like the quote on the front that says, "I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I just can't stop." I think it might be about a serial killer, which I know this is going to sound strange. I love stuff about serial killers. That is one of my favorite things to read about in the thriller genre or true crime, so I'm excited to pick this up. It's not very long. I think it's just over 300 pages. So I'm intrigued, and I definitely think I will like this. So thank you to Jen for recommending it to me, and again, her channel is linked down below. So that is my update for right now. I am going to go ahead and watch some BookTube. Then I think I'm going to figure out videos for tomorrow and Friday, and maybe free-film those, and maybe pre-film some videos for next week. I will let you guys know, but with all of it said, that is my update for right now, and I'll see you guys later. Hi guys, happy Friday. So it is about noon right now. I don't have anything to update on really. I have read like 20 more pages of Empire Storms. I'm on page 190 of this now. I was planning on reading more of it last night, but I ended up having to film and edit a video, and that took hours, and then I had to go to work as well. So I just got like nothing done yesterday basically. This entire day today, I am planning on doing some reading later, but my morning kind of took over because me and my brother were watching the weather. So I and my brother as well have always really been interested in the weather. Like from a very young age, both of us were really into it. And we've always been really into like the more severe weather, so like tornadoes and hurricanes and that kind of thing. It was just something we were interested in, and if you guys live in the Midwest or Tornado Alley more specifically, you would know there was a very severe tornado that hit yesterday, the 22nd of May in Jefferson City, Missouri, and then we were just watching the updates on that. Obviously, I'm sending my thoughts and prayers to anybody who lives in that area in the state of Missouri in general. Hopefully everybody is okay. Apparently, from what I heard on the Weather Channel, there wasn't any fatalities in Jefferson City. There was 3 in a nearby town. I don't know if that was the same tornado though. I think it was a different one, but correct me if I'm wrong. Which is kind of a miracle because we were looking at the damage and we think it's higher than what they're reporting on the Weather Channel, but me and my brother obviously aren't meteorologists, so we really don't know. We thought it was like an EF5 at first, but it's more like an EF3. So hopefully that's the case. Again, I will report it more when the National Weather Service actually puts the rating out, hopefully later today. But again, sending my thoughts and prayers to everybody in Missouri right now. Hopefully you are all okay. And just know that you'll always be in my thoughts because you guys are a very, you're like my second family, so I care for every one of you. And then there's also another solar system heading east out of Tornado Alley, which is the mid part of the United States. It's from Texas to North Dakota. It includes a couple other states on the eastern part of the Mississippi River, which is like Louisiana and Arkansas and Missouri. So it's moving out of that area and actually moving eastward towards states like Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, New York, and Pennsylvania, which is rare because the eastern part of the states, at least from what I know, really doesn't get tornadoes very often, or severe. We get severe thunderstorms, but not ones that produce tornadoes very often. And the range again spans through those states. It also includes a tiny, tiny bit of western Massachusetts in the western part of Connecticut. Now, anybody who lives in New England obviously knows this, and I grew up here my entire life, so I obviously know this. We don't get tornadoes hardly ever. We get maybe one per year, and it's never like a big storm. In my entire lifetime, I've witnessed maybe 3 tornadoes, and there have always been in the western part of the state, which is 2 to 5 hours west of me. So I live on the very east coast of Massachusetts. Like literally, here is my hometown, and New Hampshire is like right here, and we're almost exactly an hour north of Boston. So we don't see tornadoes ever, at least where I live. Again, the western part of the state does, and I was alive for the 2011 tornado outbreak in Springfield. I remember that day so vividly. I was in my dentist office when that tornado system hit, which was really interesting. So that was like the last major tornado system we've ever had here. And we actually have had a small tornado go through my hometown years ago in the early 80s, I want to say. My mom said she was in Maine when it happened. She could actually see the tornado formation. So it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting. You guys probably don't care, but again, sending my thoughts and prayers to everybody in Missouri. I am going to go ahead and watch some booktube and then hopefully do some reading before I go to work at 5, and I will chat with you guys later. Hi guys, happy Sunday. So it has been quite a few days since I last checked in. The last time I checked in was on Thursday. Though I said it was Friday in that clip, I apparently got my days all mixed up. It's been a long week, guys. I've talked about that already. Work has just been taking up basically all of my time. This weekend is obviously Memorial Day, and I work at a grocery store, so everybody's having cookouts and, that kind of thing. So I've been busy with that. Also, we're having some major staffing changes coming up in the next few months, especially during the summer, but it's going to start like literally this week, like next Saturday it's going to start. So yeah, that's been happening. Other than that, I really haven't been doing anything besides like coming home and then relaxing and playing Wiz and trying to get reading done here and there. I have done some, and I will talk about that in a second. I finished one book, so that is exciting, but I do have 2 books to haul for you guys. So the first one of those I picked up, or my mom actually picked up at a local thrift store. That is Star Wars The Awakening by Greg Rucka. This is a novel, obviously in the Star Wars universe. I don't know if it's technically considered canon, because I saw a video that Kristen over Super Space Chick did on Star Wars Day, May 4th, and she talked about that all of the novels that have been published since the year Disney bought Star Wars, which I think was 2012 or 2013, I can't remember off the top of my head, to everything that has come out now is considered the expanded universe canon. This is all true kind of thing. everything was published from 1977 when the first Star Wars movie came out to 2008, I guess you could say, when the Clone Wars came out, is considered the legacies, so it's technically not considered canon. Now, one of my goals for this year, and I think it's going to really take place next year, is to read the expanded universe of Star Wars. I have read some of the novels already. I've already seen all of the movies, obviously, and I just want to get started on it. I have picked up a few books, part of the canon universe, here and there, especially recently since that video came out. And that video will be linked to the cards and down below for you guys. And I cannot remember if it was on this list, this book, but I definitely want to read it. It takes place before Episode 7, The Force Awakens, the first movie in the sequel trilogy of the saga. And it follows our main characters Finn, Rey, and Poe, and it is just following their adventures before the movie actually takes place. This is not a very long novel. I want to say it's just over 300 pages, maybe if that. And yeah, it sounds interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of the sequel trilogy like many people are. I grew up watching the prequels, so I don't know if I like the sequel trilogy more than episodes 1 and 2, because Revenge of the Sith episode 3 is my favorite movie of all time, and in the saga itself, I'm kind of in the middle on the sequel trilogy, but that's a topic for another video. So yeah, that is that. So I picked this one up and I'm excited to read it. I think I'm going to like it. The other book I picked up recently, I got from Amazon, that is I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. This is the one I have been hearing like raving reviews about, especially recently, and this is also the chapter by chapter book club of the month for the month of June. Since it is Pride Month next month in June, I figured it would be a good idea to support the LGBT community by reading a book about a character who is part of that community. This is a Own Voices book following a non-binary main character named Ben, who has been kicked out of their house for coming out to their parents as being non-binary, and they are currently living with their sister, and there is obviously a romance that comes about between them and another character. So that sounds really interesting. Again, I've been hearing raving reviews about it. I've never read a book about a character who is non-binary, so that will be interesting. I've heard, again, the Own Voices are supposed to be very great, and I do follow the author on Twitter, so that is awesome. And again, I really cannot wait to check out this book for myself. So again, the link to the Goodreads group is down below for you guys to go check out. As far as reading, I have not a whole ton to talk about. I again finished one book, and that is The Tea Dragon Society by Kitty O'Neill. I just decided to pick this up on a whim. I was like, I want to take a break from the Empire Storms. So I picked up this short graphic novel and I gave it 4 stars. It was really, really cute. There is another book or graphic novel this author has written. I think it's called Aquacorn Cove. I could be wrong on that. But this is included in the February Owl Crate, and I was intrigued, and again, I've heard great things about this. It was really cute. The art style is just so cute. So yeah, 4 stars. I don't have a ton to say about it. It's like a middle grade story, so if you're looking for something quick and easy to read and it's really cute, I would recommend it. And then as far as Empire of Storms, I haven't gotten very far on this either. I'm on page 207. Every time I pick up this book, I honestly always get distracted by something else, whether it's be, video editing or watching YouTube or playing Wiz or video games in general. I just always interrupt myself with Empire, or bring myself away from Empire of Storms. And I do bring this to work with me. I put it in my purse in my book sleeve that I got in a book subscription box about a month ago, and I do bring it, but for some reason I always forget it's there, so I don't know. I thought I was coming out of the slump, and I still think I am. I would love to finish this by Friday at the latest. I also need to finish the Assassin's Blade because the live show for that on Cassie's channel is on Friday, and I have started it, but I'm not very far in, so I need to read it. Luckily it's short stories. It will take me no time at all to read, so that is my little spiel for today. So I'm gonna go try and read and get as far into Empire of Storms as I can tonight, and then maybe do some reading in the Assassin's Blade, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, it is now Monday. It is time to wrap up the vlog. I know this vlog was all over the place, but I apologize for that. Like I said the earlier clips. It was a crazy week, so hopefully next week will be a little better as far as vlogging some content for you guys. But let's wrap up my reading for this week. So I did manage to finish one book this week, and that was The Tree Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This is a middle grade graphic novel. I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. It's cute. I don't have too much to say about it. It's really short. If you're looking for something cute and fantastical and middle grade, this would be good for you. And again, I give this 4 stars. And then as far as what I am currently reading, I am still on page, let's see, I got some reading done last night. 216 of Empire of Storms, so not much reading got done. I just got distracted by other things. So that is where I am in Empire of Storms. And then as far as the Assassin's Blade, I'm about 5% into that, and I need to finish that by Friday. So that is everything that I have for the vlog this week, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you guys learned this week, as I would love to know. And as always, all of my social media links will be linked down below for you guys to go check out if you'd like to follow me on any of those. And all being said, I hope you